I've made a lot of videos about Halifax, why you should move to Halifax, how to move to Halifax, coffee shops in our city, things you can do, schools you can go to, programs you can learn from, rent, groceries. We've talked about a lot of things, but I haven't talked about why I wanted to move to Halifax, and I haven't talked about what my experiences are, what my affiliations are with the city. Now you may be thinking I'm making a lot of money talking about Halifax, promoting it, maybe I have a job with Nova Scotia Tourism. I really don't. Actually, I started making these videos when I made my first real video about Halifax, talking about moving to the city, and it got over 10,000 views. And I realized, you know what? A lot of people want to move here. And when I first moved here, I enjoyed it for the first few weeks, for the first couple of months, and then I quickly got bored because I came here with an idea and an expectation about what it's like. And I'm guilty in my videos of really pumping up this city and making it look great. Other times, I've even made jokes about it and said that Nova Scotia Tourism would find me and sue me. That was a joke, but I've also been pretty transparent about it. But I want to let you know, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. It does get hard when you live out here. I've talked about that before, but it's also really amazing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experiences and how I came to live in this province. I'm originally from Ontario. A lot of you have asked my background. My mom is Guyanese, her parents are from Guyana, and my dad is Iranian. He's from Iran, his family is from Iran. So my mom was born and educated in England. My dad was born in Iran, went to school there, then he moved to England too. They met there. So that's how they came to me, and then they moved to Canada. I grew up in Ontario, born in Mississauga Hospital. Too much of a backstory, but now you know everything about me. The second I was in high school, I realized, you know what, I'm in a new community because I moved from a city to a rural area. I want to do everything I can to stand out. So I did everything I could to you know, just be a part of the community. I felt like when I first moved in, I got a lot of racist jokes, and you know, people just, they didn't know much about me, and that was their way of, I guess, learning or joking about it. But I wanted to show people who I was. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I loved. So I did everything I could to put myself on the line. I went on a TV show. I went on radio. I interviewed people, and I said, you know what? I love meeting people. I love being on television. I love the media. That's what makes me feel good. So I decided I want to go into journalism because that's the best way to interview people, to meet people, to get in the media. I liked being in the public eye. Let me be honest with you, that's what I liked. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to a journalism school. And my girlfriend and I, we decided that we would move out to Halifax, Nova Scotia, because that's very far away. Now, it wasn't just because it was far. Don't get me wrong, I always like traveling. I like dangerous things. I like things that are far. I like new experiences. So I said, we're going to move to Halifax. We decided we would do it. We did it. When I first got here, being an East Coast city, I thought that Halifax was just going to be, it sounds silly, some people get offended, but I really thought it was going to be like super maritime. There'd be tons of like sailing, and there is sailing, but I thought everyone would basically be a fisherman, and all the pubs would be going 24/7 playing East Coast Scottish music, but that wasn't the case. Actually, the winters, they got really bad. A lot of times in the city, places would be shut down, and I don't mean not operating, like government facilities, the hospital, everything is running, but it wasn't as lively and exciting as I thought it would be. I thought of it being like a magazine cover with like people wearing kilts and dancing till late at night, and I expected this when I was 18 years old and I moved here, and it was never like that. So I was a little bit disappointed at the beginning. I wanted to live that like metropolitan crazy life, and you know what, no one really raised me to do that. I just sort of, through my pursuit of media and big things, that's what I wanted. So I actually in that year went to California. I went back to Ontario. I came back here the next year, did my second year in Halifax, enjoyed the city. Some of my friends moved out because it wasn't the city for them. I went to travel Europe, and I came back again. And I said, you know what, there's some really great things about this city, but it does have a few shortcomings. So I want to try to make videos about it, and that's where we are today. So that's how I decided to come to Halifax. It was my pursuit of adventure, my love of all things new that brought me here. And the reason why I'm making videos is because I think there's so much potential to the city. It's amazing. And if you move here, The greatest thing, and I think the best opportunity for you is, if you move to Halifax, you can shape what Halifax becomes. I think the city has a lot of room for development. I think if I was making videos about Toronto right now, it wouldn't be reaching as many people as it is today. I'm reaching nearly 10,000 views a month just for Halifax. And while that's not a lot, that is quite a bit for a YouTuber who just started making content about a new place. There isn't much content about Halifax. It also means there may not be as many jobs as you would like, but there are growing sectors. There are growing niches and industries. And if you can become a part of them now and put the work in, you can have more return in the future and you can leave a bigger legacy. So I recommend you consider that, and I think this is a great city. If you want to move to it, check out my other videos. Be sure to subscribe. My most recent videos talk about tours of the campus and the Halifax man who sailed the world, what you'll need to survive moving to Halifax, Nova Scotia, cost of rent, transportation, my own experiences, and my very first video, it is titled, let me see, I'm just scrolling down right now, Moving to Halifax, Nova Scotia. If you just type in Moving to Halifax, Nova Scotia, first video that pops up, type in Halifax, Nova Scotia, second video that pops up. So definitely check those out. And if you're ever in this city, let's make some content together. I know it was a long one, so thanks for staying tuned and take care.